Okay, in this couple minute video, I would like to introduce you to the Arbiter, which is our assigning database. Now, to log in, you have to go to arbitersports.com, which everyone should have received a welcome letter to, along with your username and password. So to sign in, I go up here to the top right where it says sign in, and your username is your email address that you provided us with. The password they give you until you change it. I don't know what your password is, but mine is in there. Okay, that brings you to all the Arbiter accounts you have set up. I have a few different ones set up because I do a few different things. Yours is going to have our organization name, the name, which is AFU, and official, because you are an official. So you click on it. Now this brings us right to our main page here. Okay, first and foremost, that ready button that I just unclicked needs to be clicked. Without that, you cannot receive games. Now this is the announcement section. Okay, right here is the announcement section. We post any announcements that we need you guys to read instead of always sending out emails. As you scroll down, you'll see in the announcement section all the game fees that we have. These are the voucher game fees. Underneath that will be the cash game fees. In there is the ejection reports. We also post different league rules, and as we do different tournaments, a lot of times we put the tournament rules, a link to the tournament rules up there. Now the first thing I want you to do is you're going to click on profile. Okay, so here's the profile page. You want to put in all your information. Okay, so there I am, Anthony Carbonero. My email address, Blue Umpires. My phone number. It's important that you put your cell phone number. I never put in that. I do have a Verizon, so I'll put it in there. Not a big deal. Okay, it's important to put your address in there because when we go to assign, we try and keep people close to their house. And this is the address that it gives us, so it keeps you. We try and keep you in proximity to your home and the field. So it's important that you get your address in there. Some people like to leave it blank. You cannot leave it blank. We need it in there. Now, your official number, you don't have one. Your SSN, we don't need it. We're going to get it from you anyway. And all this stuff is irrelevant. Okay? As long as you have your name, email, cell phone, and regular address, you will be fine. After you do that, you can also throw a picture of yourself in there if you'd like. After you have all that in there, again, making sure that that ready box is clicked, you're going to save the information. Now, let's go over and look at a couple of the things up in our top screen. This connected one. Okay, Arbiter Connected, you can see right here, it says sign up now for $6.95 a year. It's an app for your phone. If you want to get it, get it. A lot of guys just log into the Arbiter directly from their phone. My Referee, you have nothing. It's not that important. Okay, we don't use it. No need to even click on it. Lists gives you the list of all the umpires in our organization. Okay, gives you their names and email addresses. This is only one page. There's 12 of them. Blocks is going to be a separate thing. Let's go to schedule here. So when you get a game, you're going to get an email from the Arbiter says you have new games from group 101363, the AFU group. Log in to accept. So what happens is you log in, right? When you log in, you're at this main page. The way you check your games is you click on schedule. Oh look, I have 3 games. Here they are. This one I already accepted, you can see. But here are the other 2. Now let's talk about what it has. The game number is the game number for our own records. We have thousands of games. This just helps us keep it in order. You'll get assigned a position, plate or field. That is arbitrary and meaningless. It doesn't matter what you're assigned here. You decide at the field what you're going to do with your partner. It tells you when the game is, the time. It tells you the sport and level. Sometimes it'll be softball. So we have baseball and softball. Take notice, all of these are baseball. PAL 15-16 voucher. Okay, that means it's a voucher game. Ronkonkoma 8U voucher. That means it's a voucher game. LIMW, it's Long Island Men's Midweek, 18 plus, 7 innings. When you see that $85 sign down there, that signifies to let you know that it's cash. The site. Here are the fields that the games are at. If you don't know where the fields are, you simply click on the field, and it gives you directions. It gives you an address so you can pop it right in your GPS. Okay, home, away. Sometimes we know the team, sometimes we don't. We try and keep the teams in there, but sometimes it's impossible because they always change it. The fees are never in there. And here's what happens. You either click accept or decline, and you hit submit. I will say, if after setting your availability, which is going to be the next video we do, if it shows you're available and you got a game, there really should be no declining the game. So I click submit, and there we are. Okay? It tells us everything. So now you want to know who you're working with. How do I find out who I'm working with? You click on the game number. Bam. There it says it right there. Me, Mike Falabella. Again, plate and base, it's arbitrary. So you can email your partner, tell him where you're coming from, or you can call him. God forbid he's running late. Again, you just click on the game number. Oh, it's only one official. Well, that means it's a one-man game. You look at 8U, you know there's not going to be 2 men on it. Oh, who's my partner again? Let me check. You click on that. Up, me, and Falabella. Now, Falabella was notified. He hasn't accepted it yet. It's not a big deal. I know he'll accept it. Once you get the game, you have 24 hours to accept or decline the game, or the computer automatically unassigns you and you become unavailable for that day. There's no excuse not to be on top of it. You get alerts on your phone, and you can do it right on your phone. Some guys get into the habit of receiving the game. As soon as you guys get the email and look at the game, I get an alert. So I know as soon as you've looked at it. A lot of times what happens with the assigners on busy days is you'll show you are available, they'll assign it, one guy will accept it, one guy will be notified, and like 8 or 9 hours later, we'll be checking to see who's accepted the games, and it still shows you as notified. If you're a guy who does this regularly, they're going to yank you out of the game and put someone in there who they know is going to take the game right away. Remember, there are 7 assigners or managing directors. Now, for every voucher game, you have to input game notes. And the game notes only have to be short and simple. Because the voucher games we have to bill our customers for, and we always argue with them. They get billed twice a year. And we're always arguing over, no, that game was never played, or that was a travel fee, or whatever. Okay? It's real simple to put in the game notes. See over here where it says game notes? You click the plus. Okay? This is the game you did. You click that plus again. You put it in there. The game was completed. Completed game. Done. Just click save. Okay? And we got it. Now, sometimes an incident happens. You got to put it in there. And I don't mean an ejection. I mean, showed up to field, played 1 inning, had to call it to rain. And you're going to put it in there. Played 1 inning, had to call game due to rain. Okay, it's important. It's important to know the inning because it affects how you get paid and it affects how we bill them. Again, don't forget to click save. This one is a cash game. You wouldn't have to put it in there. Although sometimes the team forgets to pay or they pay you short, you could put it in there. But for purposes of this, let's just assume that it is a voucher game. Again, put it in there. Add the note. Game got called in the 6th inning due to darkness. You're going to write game got called in the 6th inning due to darkness. You showed up to the field and only one team showed up. Again, you put it in there. Make sure you're, in a case like that, you have to put down the team name that was there. So let's just say the Mets were there. Save it, and you're done. Okay? You have to put the notes in within about 10 to 12 hours of completing the game. A lot of guys do it in the parking lot after they finish the game. It's not that hard to do. It takes 10 minutes. And what happens is when we argue with the people over whether the game was played or not, we have a record of what happened that night. The sooner you do it, the more information you're going to have. Like sometimes a game will get called before it's official because of darkness or something. And the coaches have a discrepancy. If you can remember the score, the inning, and who was winning, put it in the game notes because it actually helps the league sometime when they have discrepancies among their books. That's about all we're going to talk about for today. Please log into your Arbiter, set up your profile, okay, check out the schedule tab, just because that's where you're going to get. If you want to be a little inquisitive, scroll down through the announcements and take a look at. There's all the leagues we have, there's everything we do, and you'll see what some of the announcements have been. Okay? On the next video tutorial, we are going to get into the subject of blocks and how to set your availability.